Yes. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
I just recently started to work with your curriculum, so I didn't do all of it. I'm more in the beginning, and it's the first Q&A I'm joining. And yeah, I would like to share something. I even don't know if it becomes a question, but yeah, I felt like some observation this week, which I would like to share with
Yes.
you and maybe get your opinion. So, for the past years of my life, I've been working, and last end of last year, I quit everything. So I'm having a break at the moment, which is great. And this week, I felt for the first time a kind of boredom coming up, and I noticed that for all my life, I've been feeling a kind of boredom
Mm.
and a kind of senseless in everything, like in work I was doing and how I was killing this boredom, which definitely led at parts in my life to do a lot of work or do a lot of keep me busy and always have a full agenda. And this week, like I said, this boredom came up, and I felt like, okay, what to do with this boredom? Obviously, sit with it is good, but what is really behind,
Yes.
and what are actions with what we kill boredom? So it could even be if I'm like doing nothing at the moment, I can watch something, I can do your curriculum, I can do yoga, sports. Is it already killing the boredom, or is it kind of okay to do it, you know? So yeah, I was sticking on that.
Yes. Yes. First of all, I would like to say welcome. I'm so happy you're here, and I obviously I know that it's the first time you're here, and I'm really, really happy that you joined. Thank you very much for that. I'm looking so much, so it's super exciting. Um, the first thing I would like to say that boredom is a diversion itself. We tend
Mhm,
to believe that boredom is a thing, it's a real thing. And we don't want to feel bored, so therefore we divert with working, or we divert with sport, or divert with YouTube, or divert with something because we don't want to feel bored. But boredom itself is a diversion.
mhm,
So you need to slow down even more. You need to slow
mhm,
down to really zoom in even more and sit with the boredom and then feel into, okay, how does it feel in the body to be bored?
mhm,
Is it
mhm.
something you can feel into right now? Can you feel the boredom right
Mm,
now? Or are you too
no,
you're too
I,
entertained, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It felt a bit. It was more a phase, and then it went. So it
Yeah.
was like making, like seeing, making me a bit yeah, what can I do? Like a bit frustrated, and then it kind of passed. So now it's
Yeah.
kind of okay. But I remembered from that feeling that it was a feeling coming back for all
Yeah.
my life. So
Oh,
it was
good.
like,
Yeah.
okay, I often was bored in my life. So what is this boredom? And
Yeah. Okay. Boredom is a diversion. And then you
mhm,
said that underneath you felt frustration. Frustration too is a diversion.
mhm, mhm.
So it seems like you have layer upon layer upon layer of diversion.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. What I would recommend if you're up for it, obviously, then I would recommend you to take a period where there's no screen, where
Mhm,
there's no, no phone, no TV, no computer, no anything, no sound, no music, no anything, where it's just absolute silence and you are allowed you the only thing that is there is sensory experiences and thought, and
mhm,
see where that takes you.
mhm,
So we can call it a meditation if you want to.
mhm,
I don't mean for you to sit down and on a mountaintop, anything like that. But just sit down where there's no diversions and notice
mhm,
how much your mind is diverting, even though there's nothing to divert with.
mhm,
Oh, I should
mhm.
do that. Oh, I should do that. And then you're sitting
Yeah.
and looking at something, and your gaze would go like tuk tuk.
Mhm,
That is a diversion. Okay, interesting. Now I'm thinking of that. That is the diversion.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really zoom in and down, slow down, slow down, like we did in the meditation in the beginning. Really,
Mm-hmm.
really slow down, slow down, slow down to see what is it, and see if you can find the gap
Mm-hmm.
between you being bored and diverting. What is
Mm-hmm.
happening in between there? How does it feel to be in your body? How is your
Mm-hmm.
breath? How does your stomach feel? How does it feel in your face? You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when you're just sitting with your face and you're just sitting and relaxing, thoughts are happening. And when a thought is happening, we have micro expressions on the face that is correlated with a thought. That is why we believe that the thought is me thinking, because the face is doing things. So that must mean that there's a me inside somewhere here that is thinking things, because I can feel sensory experiences happening with micro expressions. But
Mm-hmm.
if you zoom into even that, you would feel that there's a thought happening and a with the brow happening. So that thought is connected with that brow. Is there me anywhere between these two things? Or is
Mm-hmm.
it a thought that is connected with a brow doing like that? Are those two things connected, or is it the mind that is creating a bridge between the two that is actually not there? And how does it feel in the body to feel that, okay, when I do that, I can feel I start to get concerned and I start to get worried. I might get a contraction in my stomach. I might get, okay, if I detach the thought completely, detach the micro expression completely, and just feel into the body, how does it feel to be in my body right now? And then you will start to get close to what this is actually about.
Mm-hmm. And is it just another thought, this kind of feeling of uselessness, or nothing has
Oh,
sense
good
at
one.
all?
Yes, uselessness is a good one.
Yeah.
To feel useless is a good one, because there's a lot of shame and a lot of guilt connected
Mm-hmm.
with being useless. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have any kind of trauma where you in your childhood have felt that you were in the way, or felt
Mm-hmm.
that you were not good enough, that you were not
Mm-hmm.
capable enough, that you were not, then you become into that overachiever that is proving everybody wrong, that you
Mm-hmm.
are good
Mm-hmm.
enough, that you are never in the way, that you are capable.
Mm-hmm.
And that feeling is what you're diverting with.
Mm-hmm.
So you might
Mm-hmm.
already be there. You might already know, oh, this is about uselessness.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you get into that feeling of useless, can you connect with the body right now? If you feel
Mm-hmm.
uselessness, how does it feel to be in your body right now?
I'm a bit nervous.
Is it because a lot of people are sitting and watching you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel comfortable going into it, or do you want to wait? Yeah, I'm here
No,
next
I
week.
feel comfortable
Feel
with
comfortable.
it. It's just like if you ask me what's happening in my body, I can feel like some heat and a bit stronger heartbeat. So it's like, okay, I'm nervous, but it doesn't bother me in that sense that other people are listening.
Because the nervousness about the other people, that can very easily be a diversion too.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Mm-hmm.
you're thinking about what you think the other people are thinking about you, instead of staying with the feeling of
Mm-hmm.
uselessness. So if you go back to the uselessness, how does it feel in the body right now? Where is that connected?
On the belly,
Good. How does it feel in the belly?
stuck
Okay. How does stuck feel? Where in the belly does it feel stuck?
in the lower stomach, lower abdominal.
Put your hands on the lower abdominals and breathe into it. So you inhale and feel how the lower stomach is expanding, and exhale. Is it releasing about uselessness?
Yes, a
Mm.
little bit.
And what is happening now in the body?
feels it's expanding a bit, softening.
Is there still an idea about Sophie being useless?
Yes.
Okay. So how does it feel in the body now to be useless?
Mm.
Are you okay with being useless?
The moment, yes.
So when are you not okay? When are you not okay? When is it not okay to be useless?
When I'm identified with Sophie.
Okay. So can you give me an example of when it's not okay to be useless?
No.
So if somebody goes, "Oh, Sophie, you're absolutely useless," you can say, "Yep, I know. I know. I've noticed. I've noticed that you're right. I am." Are you okay
Yes.
with being useless? Or is there still a pull
I think,
towards?
yes, I think it's interesting to observe the triggers because, like I said, like in the break I'm taking now, I'm even sometimes thinking about, okay,
Mm.
what's going to be my work next, or where could
Yes,
I
yes,
do
yes,
some
yes.
work?
Oh
So
my
it's
God,
like
yeah.
the mechanism that I'm always like, okay, doing, creating
Yeah.
new thing.
Oh my goodness, Sophie, you're absolutely useless at the moment, aren't you? You
Yes.
don't work. You don't work. You're absolutely useless. Right.
Yeah,
You just reminded me. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you
So
know do you know where it comes from? The importance of being useful. Where does that come from? Do you know?
it's from I think from my early childhood. So
Mm.
I felt like kind of yeah, I need to do. I'm not worthy or I'm not important. So I not do not get the attention I maybe desired. So I can. I was thinking because I had another issue with that, and I felt it is related to the feeling of usefulness.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe it's like made in my mind why it's good to share with you if
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
ego
Yeah.
thing, which how I explain the things.
Yeah.
But I felt that there's a connection of my very early childhood beliefs I created, and I felt definitely that I should not disturb people around me, like a bit tiptoeing, and how I can make it right, and I shouldn't be how to say that in English. I shouldn't like lie on somebody's shoulders, so
Be a burden.
yeah, be a burden for someone, and yeah, make myself useful, like kind of
Yeah.
these things. Yeah,
So is it kind of a was it kind of a childhood where you had to make yourself worthy of attention? Did things need to be in a certain way for you to get love and attention, or was it more about that there were other siblings that was prioritized, or
yeah. I think it was nothing which I think it's more that Sophie created that because my mom raised my brother and me up on her own most of the time. So
yeah,
my parents split up very early, but also my dad wasn't really there when they were still together.
yeah,
And from how I would see the world, I felt that my brother was more demanding. So he
mm,
was there first. We're very
yeah,
close. It's like just 1 year difference, but I felt that he needs more attention. And for my mom, it was very stressful. She was quite young, and she was working full time. So it's I think coming from that
yeah,
uh,
super
yeah,
super hard. Super hard.
constellation. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Super hard for her raising two children on her own while being the sole provider. That's a hard job
yeah,
for her. And then
yeah.
you just kept yourself to yourself until there were something really, really, you know,
That's
really big,
it. Yeah,
really big,
yeah,
and that you needed help with. Otherwise, you sorted it out yourself.
That's it, yeah. So it's another belief kind of. I have
Yeah,
to do it on my own. It's very hard for me to ask for help. Like even like asking now a question makes me really very nervous because I feel like I know it's maybe not so
yeah,
important. And
yeah,
yeah, I had like insights about that
yeah.
kind of belief. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and also that your question needs to be a good question, a useful question, not just
Hmm.
a MC, I
Yeah.
don't know what to ask question. It needs to be a good
Yes.
question that is
Yeah.
helping other
Definitely.
people also, and not only good for you, but also, and now you're taking up too much time compared to all the other people that are sitting and waiting and want to ask questions. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
that.
it's a
Yeah.
very, very meaty belief. Whenever you get that belief, see if you can check in with the body of how
Hmm.
your body feels, because there's a connection with the thought and with the contraction in the body.
Hmm.
And like we talked about, with Anna, that contraction in the body, that is the one that needs the compassion and the understanding. Can you appreciate you being a child and having that much empathy with your mom's situation? It was not your job, but it was what you did. You had so much empathy with your mom's situation that
Hmm.
you made yourself smaller and not to be in the
Hmm.
way for her to get by in the best way
Hmm.
possible, and make yourself a good girl, getting good grades, getting a good job, not being in the way in any way, and be of use.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's if you can have compassion with that and appreciation for that part of you, then you
Hmm.
can also allow yourself to be the opposite.
Hmm.
Um, and obviously, I really, really, I don't know what it's called in English, commend you. I really, I want to, um, I don't know the English word, say how amazingly brave it is of you to take time off work,
Hmm.
to be useless,
Yeah.
to be in the world absolutely useless. Um,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and feeling into that, and yeah, so well done.
Mm.
Keep feeling into that. Keep continuing with the curriculum in sequence if
Hmm.
you want to. Remember that we have the Q&A every other Friday
Hmm.
and every other Tuesday. So next week it's on Tuesday. Come to the Tuesday meeting as well and let us know how you're doing. And if there's any tweaking that you need to do in your experience, then please say so. And remember that in the group, in the membership area on the YouTube channel, you can ask other people there,
Hmm.
if you want the feedback, if you want to reach out to somebody that has talked.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Love it so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much.